These ones don't make any electrical connections, but they're just for strength. So this one you want to put a little bit more solder and really kind of glob it in there and make sure you fill the gap is the key. And what it does is it just gives it a lot of strength. But okay, yeah. That way you really can't move it. When you plug something in, it's just a really nice and solid feeling connection. If you don't do that, it still works, but it'll just be kind of wiggly, and it just won't have that kind of solid connection feel to it. So this one again, you just want to really be generous with the solder and fill the gap. Okay, then we can flip it back over. And the next thing that we can do is the screw terminals, which are these guys right over here. So let's get those out. So those are these ones. They may be a different color depending on which kit you have, but in any event, you just want to put them in here and they just pop right on. Let's actually take it out of the board. Now, I would highly recommend that you have it so this part is facing out this way, because if you put them the other way, where for example like this, it's still going to work, but you're just going to be kind of constrained on the space. So the wires are going to come in this way, and you just got a lot of stuff going on here, whereas it's better if you have them coming in this way. So let's take this and rotate them that way. So again, if you see it, I've got my wires going in on this side as opposed to them trying to come in over here. So same thing on this guy, is you want to tape it down, because when I flip it over it's just going to simply fall out. So let's put down some tape and be careful on these guys and just flip it over. Let's go this way. And we'll kind of do it on the back here. Let's move it up so you can see it. And solder. And just have a quick look to make sure, as before, I don't have any bridges or shorts. Looks okay. And this is my screw connectors. So this is going to be some of the LEDs go in here, as well as some of the switches. These are for like the touch sensors, alcohol sensor, alcohol trigger, external pot. That's what some of those are for. Okay, so now at this point we are almost done. We still need to put in the potentiometer, which is going to go here. So that's kind of a little floppy, so we're going to have to tape that down. And then also we got to do the header pins, which we'll do next. But for now, let's do the potentiometer. So this one's a little tricky because, like I said, it has a tendency to not stay upright, so we just have to tape it down nice and straight. This one looks okay. It's like it's in the right angle. And I'll flip it over and do this guy quickly. Alright, that was the pot, or potentiometer. Not bad. That looks pretty good. This is actually how you change the character. And you can put a knob on the end of this too. So the only thing, we only have two things left. Actually only one thing left, depending on if you're going to do the Cat5 wiring, which is optional. So if you're not, then we have one thing left. If you are, then we have two. But now we have to do these header pins. So the way to do this is to put this aside, grab your Arduino or Cduino. Either one is fine, it just depends on what you have. And this is a 40-pin header. So what you want to do is you want to divide this up they're called breakaways. So you break them away into 2 sets of 8 and 2 sets of 6. So you just want to count off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's kind of hard to see sometimes, so you may want to just double check. Okay, I think that was 8, but you can just check by plugging it in. Looks good. That was 8. So I need one more like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, oops. That was 8. And then now two more of 6 each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that was one. One last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you got a couple extra ones. You can just store that away somewhere. And just plug them in. Now you might be wondering yourself, on the Arduino it actually has a couple extra spots here, but you still got to do 6. If I had my Arduino, let me just take that here, this is the Arduino, so this is the same one. This one has 6. So, just in case you're wondering, that is why. But let's go ahead and pop that back in. So again, 2 sets of 8, 8, 8, 6, 6. And then what you do is you just take your board here and you just set it on top so the pins just line up. And kind of hard to do this on the camera, but let me try. There we go. Okay. So see how the pins just kind of stick out there and out there. And you actually don't have to, well, I guess we could. No, let's not put it on the vise. Let's just set it down on the ground. Okay, so at this point we're actually done, unless we want to do the Cat5 connectors, which are optional. So if you're not using the Cat5 cabling to connect to the sensors, you don't need to do it, but it doesn't hurt. If you're here, you might as well do it, and that way you have the flexibility down the road should you need to do that. So the black one goes on this side, which says cable 2, and the white or silver one, depending on which kit you have, goes on this side, which says cable 1. It's important to follow that because in the manual I referred to that, and you want to make sure that you don't get the wrong cables mixed up, because that wouldn't work. So the way this works is you just snap them in, and be careful because you'll bend the wires if you don't do it right, and you just hear it snap. And if you look here, just see all the wires came through. Looks like they did on that one. None of them are bent. Great. And then do the other one. So same thing. Again, the kit you may have, this may actually be silver, so don't worry about it if it's not white. It's fine. And that one snapped in also. And that is all there is to it. So we hope that was helpful, and so please check out the website, and if you have any questions, just fill out the contact us form and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Talk to you later.